Fen is a show, I believe it's set in the 70s. It is about this one woman, Val's struggle. She's in love with this man, Frank, but she still has a husband and children. And then outside of that, there's a bunch of different storylines of the different women that live in the Fenlands, and they all work.
I've got to go, now.
You'll be quick awakened. I don't owe you nothing for today.
You do?
Not with you messing me about like that. Not if you want another chance.
A lot of it's, I think, about coping with the horrible economic situation that all of these characters find each other in.
A lot of these women are basically just indentured servants to this land, and they cannot leave. If you want to complain, this land is owned by this company, which is owned by this company, which is just a series of companies, and you don't know where to go.
So who do you ever go at then? Who's boss? Acton's is Ross is Imperial Foods is Imperial Tobacco, and where does that stop?
And they can't make enough money because they can't really unionize because there's not very many of them, and that just makes them all very trapped.
You don't like it here? You're always grumbling about Mr. Tooson.
He's not a bad old boy.
You don't pay what he should.
It's good to my brother.
I'm in a panic!
Val wants to escape, but she's got her daughters and she doesn't have very much money.
The major thread in the play is escapism, because each of the characters is trying to find a way not so much to like literally escape and leave the Fen besides Val, but to just like find something that makes their life a little more bearable. And I think that's really interesting, especially considering how the play is so much the opposite of escapism. I mean, it's so gritty and so realistic.
You know, they find different ways of coping. Like, Nell sort of finds it within herself, while the church ladies find it in an insular group. And I think that's a very interesting comparison.
Of the coping mechanisms, religion is the best that they can look to.
Oh, God is doing wonderful things among us.
That's it, isn't it? Better than we get every day, isn't it? How cold everyone is to each other. All the women there look after each other.
But even this has a sort of blinding impact on some of the characters.
Poor Val. Can't you give me a hug without Jesus?
Of course not. We love better than Jesus.
I'd rather take Valium.
I think one thing that audiences should take away is that no matter the situation, no matter how trying and terrible it is for everyone, never let that cloud one's fundamental empathy for others.
You want to pull yourself together, girl. That's what you want to do.
Even the supposed bad guys, they're not bad. They have their stories, like with Mr. Tooson.
The farmers who have sold to us are happy, Mr. Tooson.
Bloody driven to it. Don't have to like you as well, Miss Cade. I've read about you.
Everyone's mad at him about like selling the farm, but then the scene with him and Mrs. Cade, you know, it really reveals this much more human side.
My family are landowners. If I sell to you, I become a tenant on my grandfather's land.
With us, your grandson will farm his grandfather's acres. The same number of acres. More. You'll have the capital to reinvest. Land and machinery.
My family hold this land in trust for the nation.
Everyone has their own story, despite like the roles they might play in someone else's.
I'd light a little fire for you the first opportunity I can
My
make.
father saw you. I didn't believe him.
I've been working in this field 150 years. There ain't 20 in this parish but what hates you, bullhead.
Are you angry because I'm selling the farm?
What difference will it make?
None at all. Everything will go on the same.
That's why I'm angry.
That for me was the moment where it really brought it home and said this is a play about people. It's not about land or even like the government or movements. It's about people and how they're affected by their work and by the environments they live in and how they're treated.
It's all about making your way and finding your way and how you like live with yourself, which was also a theme for all the characters in Top Girls, which I thought was interesting because it tied the two plays together as well.